Jeremiah, last Wednesday, we got to witness what, quite simply put, was maybe the best high school basketball team that has ever been assembled here in the state. You've been covering this a lot longer than I have. What was going through your mind when you were watching this game happen?
I felt bad for Brighton at the start of it. I mean, and that's no discredit to Brighton. It was just this Lone Peak team is as good a high school basketball team as I've seen. I've been covering high school basketball in Utah for 8 years now. Now I can't go all the way back to the 60s or 70s when there were some great players in the state to start that game 18-0. And Brighton is a very good basketball team. They were in the 5A state championship game last year, and they're bringing some key players back, led by Brandon Miller, who's going to play at the University of Utah.
Right. I mean, they just came off a week where they scored over 100 points, like 120 on West.
This is a good high school basketball team, Brighton, and they couldn't do anything against Lone Peak. And they were getting run out of the gym. It was 18-0 at one point. It was 23-3 at the end of the first quarter. I mean, it was just an unbelievable performance by Lone Peak, and I thought I was watching a college team playing a high school team. That was the difference in talent in that game.
Right. When I came back, I was talking to some people in the building, and I made the comment, that's the best team in the state, and I think I'm including college teams in that statement. I'm fairly certain they would give a run to about anybody they would play.
I tell you what, a lot of teams in the state would love to have some of those players on their team right now. How would you like to have Eric Mika in the post right now? How would you like to have Nick Emery running your point guard position right now? How would BYU be right now with a guy like Nick Emery who can play defense and play offense the way he can right now at this level?
If I was a BYU fan right now, I would be really excited. I mean,
Yes.
We knew these guys were good. And even watching them over the past couple of years, this year it looks like they've made another leap to another level where they are going to just dominate not only teams here in the state of Utah, but teams outside of the state of Utah, because they're going to be going to a lot of different places in a lot of different tournaments.
They started that dominance out of state over the weekend. They beat Proviso East by, 40 points in that Chicago Elite Classic?
Doubled them up, basically.
That was the 13th ranked team in the country, and they destroyed them. They were missing a key player, but it should have been much closer. They still had D1 kids on that team from Chicago. They destroyed them. They're now ranked number 3 in the country by Max Preps. Now, this team's been building this up for quite some time. This started way, way back when these kids were in elementary school. They've been groomed to get to this point for a long time. Golden Holt, the Orem High School basketball coach, used to be involved in AAU.
Right.
And when they got this group started way back in the day, they knew they were going to be special. And he came on Game Night Live this week, and he said, when this group is all said and done at BYU, they will take Dave Rose and the BYU Cougars to a Final Four. He made that prediction on our show, and it's hard to argue with that right now when these kids are in high school together, when they're going to be together later, and they're the number 3 ranked team in the country. It's amazing.
And it's not just like one thing they do well, because you've always known Lone Peak, ever since these kids have been there, just as a shooting team. What really stands out to me is they're good in every facet of this game. They were attacking the rim. All 5 of the guys that were on the court were attacking the rim, not just 1 or 2 of them, not just Mika in the middle. All 4 of them can attack and slash. And they also play defense really well. They play on the ball well, they play off the ball well, they defend the paint. There's just nothing this team is not doing right now. If you're a fan of high school basketball, no matter who you cheer for, no matter where you go to school, take some time and try to get out to one of these games that they're playing in.
If you're just a fan of basketball, come watch this team. I'm serious. If you're a BYU fan, you should come out and watch these kids play. It'll get you excited about the future. If you're just a basketball fan, you'll enjoy watching these kids play the game right and play it in an exciting and up-tempo way. They get out, they run, they shoot the 3 really well, they can finish inside. Just a very talented basketball team, well coached, a lot of fun to watch.